So, hi everybody, and welcome to a slightly different format than usual. No boat works today, but an honest conversation between Anna and myself, and maybe even Gaston will join in, about who we are and how we get to making videos on YouTube actually. I even printed a whole agenda in order to drive through the conversation.
I hadn't read it.
As it's really the first time, so we go with the flow. So, well, to start with, you're Anna.
I'm Anna.
There you go. And I'm Filippo, and you saw Gaston just a second ago. He's already on the floor. So I will start with the first question, right? So, where we're both from, and where did life take you before this, before arriving at this point?
I think I'm gonna start.
Yeah, sure.
I'm Anna. Originally, I was born in. I'm coming from Russia. I was born in Moscow, and after some years of hard work and traveling via normal standard ways, like with the airplane or with a car, we did several trips to Europe by car. I met my dear husband Filippo, and he introduced me to his dream about going sailing the world by a sailing boat. So here we are now, living in Amsterdam.
And what about me? Well, Filippo, I'm Italian. You guys probably already saw a few other videos. Before getting onto videos or on sailing overall, like Anna, I've been traveling here and there, left and right, mainly for work across maybe the whole globe, from the United States to Europe to Asia. And that will lead me just straight into the next question, and maybe I will pick it into that, where what do you do professionally and what does work looks like right now? So I'm a sales and marketing professional. I work for several companies and maybe around 15 years ago I became an entrepreneur, still within the sales and marketing sphere. Recently, and in the evening, that is mostly about relaxations and try to enjoy as much as possible the environment. I mean, both in Amsterdam and on the boat. Although when we are on the boat, the lifestyle gets a little crazier.
A little bit
A little crazy.
Let me put
We
it this
cover
way.
that later.
In Amsterdam, it's more Netflixing. In Marina, it's more socializing. Let me put it this way.
That's very true. Okay. What is the thing people are always surprised to learn about you?
Except for the fact that I'm Russian and I moved to live in Amsterdam with an Italian husband and a cat.
I think, but I think everybody really kind of are surprised that we do maintain our standard lifestyle, but then living on the boat.
Right now, yes. Now, yes, but we tried only past
last
summer. So I'm more talking about
in general.
General. But since last summer, indeed.
Now we're gonna get into more of the story of how we get to the sailboat. Okay. So, had either of you sailed before this? Be honest.
Never. Oh, once with you.
And before that, once in Sochi, you told me.
Oh yes, but I was not sailing. I was
okay. Well,
a
passenger.
Okay, Sochi with a good friend of mine. We rented a boat with a skipper, and just to go out in the sea to cleaner waters to swim. And I was extremely seasick on the way back, although there were no waves. Maybe it has to do with a couple of bottles of white wine we drank.
Probably, yes.
But that was only once.
Then the second time, it was together with me. We went out, we rented a small sailboat for my birthday in Croatia, and we went out just for a night, just to have a feel for how it feels like for you to go sailing. We stay really close to the Pula harbor at that time, but it was very pleasant. The weather was fantastic. We woke up with glassy water. We had to actually motor to go all the way back. But other than that, no other experiences, right? Before then moving on to the boat and then starting some sailing adventure.
Sorry, Gaston is really destroying.
Yeah, sorry, we cannot really change the angle, but Gaston is actually playing with my leg right now. Happens. Okay, Where did the idea of sailing actually came from? Yes, that's me. I am the guilty one. Um, it came probably around 20, 25 years ago, maybe even more, maybe 30 years ago actually. I don't know. But I always loved the sea. I love to snorkel, dive, anything that has to do with water. So that was the starting passion. And along the time, I actually met a few at that time when I was a little kid, people that were actually living on board for a longer period of time, did it even as a business. So at that time when I was forming my ideas, of course, but it always stayed in the back of my mind. And then all of a sudden, I started watching some of the YouTube channels, right? We probably know all of them. Well, there was really the first one.
The Vagabond.
So the Vagabond, the Delos,
Yes.
these were my first two sailing channels, of course. The idea is that for the first time, I really understood that living a life on a sailboat was actually possible. It was not just leaving the marina, going out for a sail, coming back, leaving it there for 10 months, a year, closed, and then use it only on the weekend. And with that, I started to engage with people sailing. So I did some regattas here in the Netherlands, not in Amsterdam, but in the Netherlands. And we did it for like 3 years. So that gave me a very good flavor for what sailing would be like. I did my RYA, license, plus also my license here in the Netherlands. So that took me sailing to the UK, Channel Islands, Canary Islands. I sailed even in the United States. So yeah, I do have some sailing experience, of course. Not definitely a professional skipper for that matter. And for sure, I never owned a boat. So a lot of things are brand new for me. And so that's where the dream started, to say if I want to work, and if I want to really achieve one of the goals in my life, which is traveling and see the world, we can do it in several different ways, with a plane, with a car, with a van. But as I love the sea, the sailboat seemed to be the right way to approach it. And since then, it stayed in my mind, and every year and year after year, I worked very hard toward the goal of actually being on a sailboat and start the adventure. Right? Okay, long answer, but I will try to keep it shorter for them. Was there a specific moment where you went from would it be nice to let's actually do this?
When we saw our boat, I guess. No, I think when we started to look for boats, like physically, we're going places. For me, it was a realization that we're actually doing it, because I mean, the first day I met Filippo, it was many years ago, around 11, I guess, in Moscow. Our introduction started like, hey, I'm Filippo, I have a dream, I want to retire by 50 or whatever and go sailing. I said, oh wow. And me, born in Moscow, without looking at the sea too often, I had zero idea how it will feel. And yeah, as I mentioned, I didn't have any experience in sailing. So when we really started to go check the boats first time, and I went inside and I looked at it, and I started to imagine, okay, here I will put these things, here will be my clothes, and that the dream started to transform in my head into reality. Let me put it this way.
I think I was thinking about the same, but for me, which I had the dream for such a long time. It really started from it would be nice to we're actually doing it when I did the bid for the Hans Christians.
Oh yes,
So,
I remember.
yeah. So we actually started looking for boats, and all of a sudden, a Hans Christians, which is one of my favorite boat or brands of boat, came to the market in the Netherlands, and it was an auction. So of course I approached the auction with the maximum amount of money that I wanted to spend. I even took the time to go and see the boat before the auction, although it wasn't open, so it was closed. I made my assessment. I understood that it was an old boat, probably not very well maintained and everything. and it was only 33 feet. So it was actually relatively smaller than what we wanted to do. But you know, it would have been a good start point to start. There were some downsides. It was here rather than already in a place of holiday.
Many downsides.
There was.
As it turned out, many downsides.
But you know, where do we do the refit? How much is it going to cost? So there was a lot of different questions. But I think that when the auction started and I started bidding, I got to probably only 45 minutes into the auction. The auction I think was 2 hours. Or maybe after an hour, and I made the highest bid, which was the maximum that I had in mind. Of course, I knew already that it would have been the last 10 minutes, you know, bidding. So, but the guy called me, and he says, "Okay, Filippo, you are the highest bidder right now. So this is how it's gonna go down." And at that moment, I said, "Shit, man, I'm buying the boat."
I remember that point. I was in the office. And I was the last one working, and Filippo is calling me, "Anna, shit, we bought a boat. I said, "Well,
not yet."
No, but you was like really freaking out. We bought a boat. I said, "Oh, congratulations!" Like, I'm not so sure if.
I'm really not so sure.
But then it's okay. Calm down. Maybe you won't be the last bidder, and by fact, someone overbid like. By quite a lot.
By quite a lot, yeah.
And we decided, okay, we're not going to do it because boat was really old. And frankly speaking, it turned out
to be the right decision.
The right decision,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Who was more scared and who was more excited? Scared, probably excited. Well,
obviously, Gaston is.
I think
half.
we don't know what Gaston wants, but he's very excited when he's on the boat. Actually. He likes it.
While we are standing in marina, he likes it a lot.
Yeah,
so he doesn't like to sail.
No, also when we are on the anchor.
Yeah, anchoring. Yeah. So he doesn't like to sail.
The moving too much.
Moving,
so far. Okay, well.
But he likes to watch fishes.
How long did the search take, and where did we even start?
Oh, a long time. A year, I guess.
We started looking in summer, I think.
I don't recall, but it was over a year. And we were looking specifically for several types. Hans Christians, Malö,
Naiad, Albert Grassi.
Well, Naiad,
but that was part of the search.
At the beginning, but then I kind of canceled this brand because it was not convenient. All the models have
very low
ceiling on top of the kitchen, and not that I am really a big cook, but
it wasn't very comfortable.
It wasn't comfortable.
But I think, based on some criterias, I really focused on northern built boat, so Malö, Albert Grassi, and Naiad, all Swedish manufacturers. And we had Hans Christians as favorite overall design and classic style. As a dream, yeah. And of course we started looking at them in the Netherlands because that were the closest one. So we took some time, we went to see several boats, smaller, bigger, nicer, less nice. Not only the Netherlands, we went to Germany, we went to Italy.
Oh, we went to Italy.
We saw two boats in Italy.
And the beautiful one which I like, the Italian brand,
Zuanetti.
Amazing, but maybe not nicely built. For sure not as well built as Malö, but I really loved it.
Okay, and so when we were looking at the boat, what were your non-negotiable items?
For me, space, for sure. Space.
The extra bedroom.
Absolutely, because I have a lot of friends, and
we'll see who will come.
A couple of them for sure will come, even taking current situation. I still believe they will, and also our parents. For me, it was not non-negotiable. I wanted to have 2 rooms because I don't see any people sleeping in dinner. Frankly speaking, it's not comfy. But if we have to, we have to. But the more the merrier, but for me it was very important and spacious.
And spacious. So at the end of the day, everything goes down to size.
All the rest, guys, I really have no idea. Filippo told me, of course, a little bit.
So in my case, non-negotiable was the overall status of the boat, the age, And for sure, what I was looking at is the instrumentation, a lot of different technical things. So I think they're going to be tackled and on the other videos as well. So maybe we'll skip that for now. And let me see where we are. What parameters guided you to the final decision? So we found the Malö in Croatia. So it was some kind of a win-win situation at that time because we already had properties in Croatia and we would spend already a certain amount of time in Croatia. And we wanted to have Croatia as our starting point. So we went to, we saw this Malö, and it was actually the only Malö in Southern Europe. So a little bit of a pearl in Southern Europe. 42 feet, so really big boat. Budget wise, it was a little bit on the high side for me. But we said, okay, we need to go down and check it out and see what it is. So we went down together with Gaston actually, and we went to see the boat. It was in an island in front of Zara with Yannick, and Zara, and we went to see the boat. And of course, we understood that the conditions were not really that great.
to say the least.
There were visible leaks. The wood was really.
It was ruined. Well,
yeah,
literally.
maltreated, really maltreated.
Really badly treated. At the beginning,
Not maintained.
I thought that the cost to benefit is perfect. Okay, it's 42. We were looking at 240. But for that size, the price was okay, and pictures were actually quite nice. I fell in love immediately. But when we saw it, it was really very sad picture.
On the other side, the space was perfect.
Yeah.
You had the desk win you immediately.
The desk, we will show on the pictures in upcoming videos. I was in love with the desk. I already saw myself with this huge nav station. Of course, not doing navigation, but working. At the end of the day, I'm working in the net perfectly fine. I never used it, but I still like that we have the space. It's handy.
Yeah. For me, seeing her happy with the dimension, I looked throughout the boat. Of course, I understood immediately there was a lot of work to be done. But generally speaking, it looked good. The hull looked good. It felt like with the right negotiations, we could actually move forward with the boat. Very interesting. Why Malö 42 specifically? What made us stand out? Well, we already addressed that. We wanted to have a Swedish boat because they're basically tanks of the ocean. It's blue water cruiser, very sturdy and very nice interior, all handmade
more comfortable.
And comfortable,
very comfortable.
Correct.
And we actually were aimed to buy 40, not 42.
Well, we didn't find that.
Yeah, so.
What did the survey reveal, and did you nearly walk away? So at the end of the day, we came to a very time crunch because the boat marina was expiring in April. The berth in the marina where the boat was standing was expiring in April, and we were in April at that time, or the end of March. So we needed to take a decision. I didn't really have time to travel because I had other trip being scheduled at that time, maybe some trade shows, I don't remember. So organizing a survey would have been
not possible.
Probably not possible.
Time-wise.
Or it would have been afterwards. But then we took into consideration the cost of the marina and some other factors, and we negotiated that all into the asking price, and we kind of took a gamble. So we bought the boat without the survey.
And now, sorry, we need to put a big disclaimer. Do not repeat that mistake.
Yes.
Do not repeat that mistake.
So I think there were some surprises and some other surprises I mean,
Some bad and some worse.
yeah, something like that. Okay, well, you will see the refit in any case. So.
We still love her.
Well, yeah, of course. So that's a little bit the point, right? So looking back, would you choose her again?
Sure.
Sure.
Well, you probably not.
No. I think I would, but honestly, with a survey, we would have probably have been able to negotiate further the price. Yeah. We would have probably still go for it because we still believe it's a beautiful boat.
Yeah.
And honestly speaking, everybody comments positively on our boat. So you know, it's always very pleasant when you hear like you have a beautiful car, you have a beautiful boat. Yes, yeah, it's always very nice. But on the other side, yeah, we would have negotiated a lot harder.
Absolutely, nothing which cannot be unfixed. How say
fixed.
Nothing which nothing which we. Oh my God, it's a very difficult phrase. Sorry. Everything can be fixed, but indeed, the price could have been more pleasant.
What was the biggest surprise once you started the refit?
Oh, leakages. No, I think the pole or the.
I think that after we took the boat outside of the water, we hauled out. We removed everything from inside because I really wanted to clean it, check everything, whatever wirings, the tanks, everything. And by removing everything, I actually discovered that the base of the compression post, both compression posts, were actually completely rusted out. And at that point in time, I felt really overwhelmed because this is a real structural and extremely important part of you know the sailing ability of the boat, the safety for the boat, and I didn't know if we could actually fix that. So.
But you already told the story.
Yeah, I already told the story. So, but that I think was the worst part. After that, it's one panicking after the other, but still everything as I said possible.
Leakages, but I remember the biggest surprise when we found out that one of the switch were not fixed to.
Yeah. So the previous owner made an improvement. They changed the thick deck with a vinyl, the lower deck of the boat, with vinyl, and I think that the vinyl has been done by a professional company, Croatians. So as per my next video, we will make a video on Croatians, but you know, I'll keep it for another video.
Professional.
Yes. So they made the deck, and that was kind of okay, but I believe that everything else was mounted by the owner. And I remember that when we visited the boat, there were some evident leak on one particular side. And when I went to pick up the boat, I realized that they actually screwed specific holders for one of the lines without putting any sealant. So of course there's like 2 holes on the deck, and we were asking why is it leaking. Well, no surprises there.
But I think we were very surprised.
We were very surprised, and that was probably the first realization that oh shit. Yes, it was that oh shit moment for me. Yeah. Okay, well, what was the one thing you wish someone else had told you before starting? Everything and nothing, really, so far. We knew that we were gambling with buying the boat without a survey, or at least I did. I knew it would have been a lot of work in order to put it back into, you know, nice conditions, or, you know, fit to live aboard and be comfortable in it. There was a lot of electrical and equipment upgrades to be done in any case. I knew that I had to change the rigging, so I knew most. But
that was planned.
That was all planned.
From
so
the beginning.
I think that, and I knew that I took the gamble with the survey. So I think nothing much.
Not much, but I would say to do the survey
as a must.
As a must.
Yeah, yes. without trying to cut the corners. Yeah.
The only thing which you would change.
And has the refit changed how you feel about the boat?
Oh, fantastic. Well,
No,
we
it
have
improved actually. I think
fantastic,
we
yes.
like the boat every day more.
Very much, very much. Uh, Very comfy. Filippo varnished all the furniture. It looks much better now. Of course, it doesn't look like new, but it still looks very, very nice. Pillows, oh, many things.
Oh yeah, many things. You will see it on video number
Oh, and beautiful
6 or 7.
kitchen and
Yeah, all on the next video.
all
on
the next videos, yes.
What was the moment you realized this is actually happening? This is when we move aboard. I think
Well,
we should tell the
yes.
story.
Oh my God, 10 days. I thought I will kill Filippo. 10 days earlier, we moved on board in the middle of the month's close, which is very hard time for me professionally. Filippo just forgot some things about some things, and he was like, oh, Anna, by the way, we have to move actually.
By the end of the week.
And it was Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
So by the end of Friday, you said, working week.
Yeah.
My God. And then we had to pack, and we were living in a big house with all the stuff, and we had to, throw away, give away a lot of things in one day, pack everything, move to the boat, clean the boat, because after all the works, of course, Philip always clean, but not like perfectly clean, to come live there. And it was a bit of a shocker. But after a week, I think we were already after a couple of days, everything was fine.
So we packed everything all the way till Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday we moved, so we took all our stuff to the boat. Yes. And Saturday and Sunday we basically cleaned everything.
We're cleaning.
So by Sunday night we were officially living on the boat.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was kind of rush, but on the other side it made things easier as well. Because we kind of got into it, without even thinking, because we were really like compressed in doing a lot of different things, and then all of a sudden we were like, with a glass of wine on the cockpit.
Very enthusiastic, yes, on Sunday
with the sunset.
With a glass of wine. After I tried to kill him a couple of times. Yes, it was all good. No, but it was okay,
So that was actually happening, yes. What did you have to give up, and was it hard?
Well, it wasn't hard for sure. I'm just trying to think what we had to give up. For me, probably the garden. We used to have a huge house, like spacious, and with a big garden. I love nature, I love flowers, gardening. Probably this for me is the only part that, okay, you see the shore, but you don't barbecue, like you do it in your own garden. Maybe that's the only thing I'm missing a little bit. But space, absolutely not. It's actually super cozy, and all my friends are asking, Anna, after your huge house, how do you feel in this very condensed space? Amazing. Gaston cannot run like crazy, around the boat, but he does it in marina, so it was good. Yeah, for me it's perfect.
Yeah.
And for you?
I don't have to give up anything, because I was actually planning for it. So it came.
But in any case, do you miss something? I don't know.
No.
Barbecue?
But I do barbecue eventually, but not necessarily on the boat, but we will have the possibility. You cannot barbecue in the marina, it's a matter of safety.
Well, we do a little,
we do
have a little
electric. So
yeah.
I think, no, in general line, I think what I miss is maybe like a finished product. When we were living in the house, most things were basically completed, finished. So when you relax, you are actually able to relax and not think about, my God, I have to do this and that and that and that and that. While on the boat, I'm still in the middle of the refit, still in the middle of reshaping everything. So yeah, maybe I don't have that state of mind to just sit on the dinette, have a glass of wine, and not think about a million jobs that needs to be done.
And sorry, here I need to say something. Yeah. You will never have a feeling.
Probably.
Because you need to know this man. Even if everything is finished, he will still find something to do.
Probably. what has been the biggest adjustment to liveaboard life so far?
How many more questions?
No, not that many. Not
A
that
bit,
many.
can you
Adjustment to liveaboard.
adjustment to live aboard? When we still didn't have shower, go showering in Marina probably was the
Yeah.
biggest adjustment. We did have um, how call it, toilet with the
Yeah,
sink
sure,
to
sure,
brush teeth, yes, but to go shower, it was not really bothering, frankly speaking.
But it was an adjustment.
It was an
Right,
adjustment,
okay.
yes.
For me, nothing really.
I don't do it daily, you know. I did not do it daily. So
How did Gaston take it?
I think he misses a bit the nature, like to go into the fields and forests, because in Marina, let's face it,
The space is limited.
very limited. He still plays with his lizards. He
Yeah.
still is hunting birds. We're punishing him for that, but he still does. But it's mostly concrete, not so much grass like he likes. But overall, he's fine, I think. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're changing a little bit the topic, and we're going into what are our plans for this season. What is the rough plan? So maybe I can answer that. So now the boat is in Pula. We're gonna be staying still a couple of months, like April, May in Pula. I need to finish up a few things, and then we already booked our next marina, which is in south of Zadar. The idea is to have an arrangement between sailing and allowing ourselves to continue working, either on projects or on the daily work, and so we would sail and explore and visit all the different islands around the main base, in this case Pula and Zadar, and afterwards other cities. And during the week stay in the marina, so we have electricity, water, and all the facilities in order for us to have, let's say, standard and quite reasonable living while working, of course. The plan is after Zadar to move down to Split, from Split all the way to Dubrovnik, so all the way to the Dalmatian coast to south. From there we wanted to cross into Montenegro, and after visiting Montenegro maybe for a few weeks, then cross through the Tremiti all the way to Apulia in Italy, and then from there, time allowed, we don't know that yet, so we will see a little bit how the timing will be, how the weather will be, of course. The general plan would be to move down south and haul out for the winter in Sicily. We'll see. We'll keep you posted. Continue watching the video so you will know where we get. Are you excited about, or what are you most excited about?
To visit south of Croatia, which we spent there how many years? Many years.
Many.
Never been more southern than Zadar.
Yeah.
So I think for me it's very exciting to visit Split and Dubrovnik. I've never been there, and I'm actually most excited to go to Sicily. Also Montenegro, to take a car and to travel in the mountains. Everyone is saying it's beautiful, but yeah, I think I'm very excited about Sicily.
Yeah, in my case, what I most look forward is, of course, the traveling, of course, the sailing, but I think exciting and at the same time also challenging is how we will combine all our activities together with our day-to-day work, right? Or projects. So right now we have all this vision of how we're going to explore here, there, left and right, but again, it's all a matter of timing, right? And how much time you dedicate to it, how much space you are able to carve out from your day in order to go for these adventures. So what I'm really looking forward to is really understand how we can combine it all, and potentially how we can plan our next season even further to be even more adventurous, more autonomous, and be less marina dependent and more offshore based.
Let's see about that.
Yes, well, but it has to be all put it together, right?
Mhm.
It still will have to be able to wake up, in a completely deserted bay,
Of course.
but still have our internet connection, our energy supply, in order for us to do whatever we need to do, right? So I think that what I'm most excited about, because it's going to be really like a fine tuning of things. Is there anything that keeps you up at night?
Not sailing related. Unfortunately.
Well, for me, it's everything and nothing. Of course, the safety of the boat, the weather conditions. There's a lot of things that potentially I'm thinking already ahead of time, but nothing that concerns me right now.
No,
you
no
know.
concern.
What does success looks like for you? Is there a dream destination?
Oh, Ibiza. Okay.
No, but what does success means for you? I mean, what would you consider it a success at the end of the season? If what worked?
Sailing wise.
Yeah, of course. We're living aboard. We're sailing, so.
Well, I think a healthy combination if I manage to combine traveling as we wish with my job, and I will understand that everything is going super smoothly and there are no issues, internet connection and
Sure.
time-wise. I think that would be a success. But for dream destination, let's do one step at a time. Sicily will be my dream destination.
Yeah,
for
but
the beginning.
Ibiza is in the back of your mind.
Of course. Talking
Okay,
about
so
next
then
year.
if this all goes perfectly, where do you see yourself in 3 years? So I think for sure passing through Ibiza, but
In 3 years, I think it's too short period of time to discuss because I'm still thinking about Greece, for example. I know if we go to Ibiza to Balearic, it's more towards.
it's on the other
Yeah,
side.
but
yeah.
I would say, or we can, if we depend what we decide. If we decide to spend more time in Mediterranean, we can go to Greece and explore more that part, or we go towards Azores because Azores is also
Canary Islands
Cana-
and
yeah,
Azores,
yeah,
so
indeed.
on that side. Okay.
a checklist.
Well, I think
And you? You didn't.
success for me that we actually managed to sail. So we have a lot of learning to do. Me to, of course, be a captain. Anna to be my first mate. Gaston not to drown, possibly, or jump in the water, or who knows what. And make sure that the boat is always in good conditions. Balance safety with adventure, and for me that would be the perfect combination of things. And where do I see myself in 3 years?
Caribbean.
I don't know. I always say that if you want to sail the Mediterranean Sea, you can actually spend 5-6 years. There's so much to see, so many places where you can stop. So I don't want to jinx anything. Where do I see myself in 3 years? Still living the dream aboard the GoodGirl.
Whenever.
And maybe continue working, developing our business, or do other things. It doesn't really matter. But again, continuing the dream. So that's where I would like to see myself in 3 years.
Somewhere nice.
Yes.
Somewhere nice.
The questions are finished, so I think we already spoke enough for today. If you have any questions about anything that we discussed today, or you want to know more about it, you can drop it on the comments down below, of course. And if you like the conversation, let us know. We are very happy to do this again, maybe in a few months, just to look back and look forward to what we've done and what we will want or what we will do, and continue discussing our adventures.
Exactly. And in a few months it will be done already from aboard.
Oh yes. Well, already this week I'm going down to Pula, so we'll be back with the GoodGirl, and you're gonna be reaching Pula probably
end of April.
End of April, yeah, something like that. So then we will combine, do the last finishing touches, and then move forward. Again, thank you very much for listening to us. I hope the conversation was pleasant enough and we gave you a lot of insights on how we got to buy a boat and start the process of living aboard and initiate the adventures at the end of the day. Yeah? So thank you very much and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao!